I am the God man, living, learning his plan. This is teaching, never preaching, I'm the future advance. I'm the reason that you're reaching to the knowledge in this season. I'm the universe, lyrically in tune to work. My black magic beat is savage, so this music is my passion. I use a verse to break the spell, but the devil did his work on the small minds while he running his turf. Rap niggas want respect, but these chickens are jerked. Talking spicy, love money, love sex, dummy. Love disrespect instead of building connects. To be the best of ourselves on this planet called hell. I see a lot of Satans having your conversations about your life within the matrix, but you never learn to change it. Practicing your rituals to keep us in your cages, and my people do the same thing to keep us in that placement. Arguments of hatred, it stops with my engagement. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight. We gotta step within our greatness. We gotta set the record straight.
Peace, this is A&B, African Man Born on Random Thoughts, where I give you 5 to 10 minutes of random thoughts, so here we go. Alright, so real quick, right? I want y'all to understand something. Black people, Nubian people, black families, we all go through shit. We all go through things, and we have our history and our story. Everybody has a story. Just because your story doesn't match somebody else's that didn't go through what you're going through doesn't mean that you're stronger, smarter, or even more wise than them in that field of being an adult. Y'all gotta stop fucking painting a picture and giving yourself too much credit because you went through some shit. Everybody goes through shit, all right? And everybody's journey should be respected, whether you think it's cookie cutter or not. That is not your place to judge somebody's road because you went through a harder life in your mind than somebody else. I don't match my hardships on anybody to compare who has it harder and who's more strong. Because let's be honest, hard times does one or two things. Hard times either makes you stronger if you learn from it, or it makes you a worse person. And if you think I'm lying, right? Look at all of the Vietnam vets. Don't say it doesn't equate to the same thing. It does. Because those people were drafted into the military, and then they have what they call PTSD, which is baggage that is overwhelming to the psyche of these people that went through the shit, that what the things that they saw, it made them a different person. Which is why you had fatherless homes at a high rate back in the 80s. Because a lot of those fathers were Vietnam veterans that got drafted, and they wasn't even ready for the shit that they was about to see and the shit that they saw. So I want you to understand something, all right? Something as small as little financial hardships. You can't blame certain hardships on certain people just because you think your experience is deeper. Like, if you're gonna give knowledge and wisdom, give knowledge and wisdom without the meaning, judgment, like you know better because you're older than them. That's not your place. You need to respect everybody's journey. And what happens is, just because you went through certain shit that maybe I didn't go through, that doesn't make you stronger. Because sometimes it makes you worse. Because sometimes people think, oh yeah, well, I went through this. I was on my own since I was 15. Well, guess what? You ain't supposed to be on your own at 15. I don't recall that being. I'm not saying that you ain't supposed to know what you're doing at 15, but you ain't supposed to be out living on your own at 15. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. 15, you know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to be on your own at 15. To me, that's just a little much of bragging. Like that means that your home, to me, is not stable. You didn't have a stable home. They kicked you out at 15. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you're talking a certain way, understand what you're talking about when you're sitting there trying to downplay somebody else's experience or somebody else's struggles or somebody else's hardships. You have no place in that. You just need to live your life and give wisdom where it's needed, and then shut the fuck up when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? There's too many of our folks. We're the only ones that sit there and boast about being alone at 15 years old on the street. That's homelessness, and you're 15. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Or you're like, or yeah, I was kicked out and, you know, it taught me character. No, it gave you baggage, because character, when you say character, it taught me character. What character you have. Characters come in many different forms. You watch a movie, there's different characters. There's good characters and there's evil characters. And then there's the agreeable guy, the bad guy, you know what I'm saying? Or the bad guy, the disagreeable. There's, you know what I'm saying? And what type of character are you talking about? Now, don't get me wrong, you can be, I'm not letting people go in the middle of the street. You can be stronger for the hardships that you face. You took yourself, but don't brag about the shit, because you can be back in hard times, or people that come from your genetics, future generations can be subjected to the same type of hardships. And you have to understand that being humble is not just like suppressing your greatness. Being humble is knowing that you can actually revisit these things. You can revisit being broke. You can revisit being homeless. You can revisit being jobless. You can revisit being ostracized. Take what you know. Take what you've been through, right? And learn how to maneuver, and then learn how to teach movement. Don't sit there and downplay somebody's experience because they didn't go through what you went through and you think you know everything. People always have this know-it-all mentality, and it's and I'm talking to my people because I don't really care what other people think. I'm talking to my people. You know what I'm saying? And if that's too much for you, then you need to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has to experience what you experience, and certain things are not for everybody. Don't tell people what to do with their life. If they're grown, let them figure that shit out. Right? And if you ain't got no positive help for them when they disagree with you, then stop talking to them, because all you're doing is making situations worse. That's all you're doing. So with that being said, man, my name is AMB African Man, born on Random Thoughts. This is my random thought. I'm out. Peace.